My name is Wasting Sanity, and this is my review of Lords of the Fallen. Hordes of demons are invading the realm, and it is up to Harkyn to heed the call from his jail cell. After being paroled by an old wizard, Harkyn must battle the Rogar in order to push them back to the realm they came from. This action RPG uses swords, unique magical skills, and a magic gauntlet to empower Harkyn on his journey for himself, humanity, his first year of AA? I'm not too sure exactly what motivates Harkyn, but you can decide. This game reminded me of Dark Souls, and of course it should, since the creators were inspired by said game in the first place. In Lords of the Fallen, you can choose between 3 different classes: warrior, cleric, or rogue. I personally started the game with a rogue. This is the hardest method of play in the game. When I decided to try the warrior, it was easy mode. The rogue relies heavily on evading and poke, while the warrior can, for the most part, scrap with the enemy, including bosses. This is the reason why you should expect to die a lot as the rogue. When playing as the warrior, I did a lot of damage, took a fraction of damage that my rogue took, and beat the game hours ahead of the other class. At times, my rogue actually took bigger hits tumbling out of the way than my warrior took standing there. I'm just saying that there is a huge difference between the two. Each class has their own unique skills, and one shared skill. The shared skill is a clone like Flame Shadow that attracts the enemy to it, when it works correctly. This didn't happen often. Early on, I stopped relying on these skills since I didn't focus that many points into Faith. As the character levels up, experience points can be distributed between attribute and spell points. This will determine the shape of your character. There are weapons that can only be used effectively by strength, faith, or agility. The hero stumbles upon a corpse on the ground, and a gauntlet. The gauntlet appears to have been torn or cut off. This item becomes one of the main items throughout the entire game. The gauntlet is magical and has 3 different modes: projectile, explosive, and blast. Projectile is a single ranged attack. Explosive fires a grenade after charging for a moment, and blast is like a shotgun, but it does low damage. There are runes that can be slotted into the gauntlet and other items as well. There are 4 areas for body armor: head, chest, hands, and feet, as well as a shield slot. Your fighting style can be 2 swords, which is typically reserved for the rogue, 2-handed, 1-handed with shield, or the gauntlet. This game should give you about 11 hours of gameplay as a warrior, and a whole lot as a rogue, since the rogue feels slightly neglected when it comes to weapons. The warrior hits harder than the rogue even if your rogue has high agility. With the swift weapons, the agility actually stacks towards damage. The combat is pretty straightforward. Health, stamina, and magic bar determine what you can do. There are light, strong, jumping attacks, and rolling attacks. There is no bow, which seemed odd to me, but the gauntlet sort of makes up for it. A shield bash or kick interrupts the enemy's attacks, but there is no counter for the rogue to use when he's dual-wielding his weapons. A unique arrangement of monsters block your path, from blind monsters to overly defensive shield-using knights. At the end of each area, there is a boss, of course. I have to recommend that you wait on purchasing this title, not because I felt it was horrible, but merely it is riddled with bugs. There is nothing truly game-breaking, but I believe that the experience would be much more enjoyable once the game is fully patched. This game was an above-average experience, but it didn't have enough to make it shine. The cutscenes felt outdated and awkward at times. At times, the enemy NPCs felt like they reacted just a little bit too quickly, getting that shield up before you had a chance to attack, even though they just exposed themselves. I give this game a 6 out of 10. Once all the bugs are fixed in this game, it would be more of a 6.5. My name is Wasting Sanity. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And as always, I want to thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it.